Okay, today I'm going to be talking about the car, okay? Because the car is it's obviously now our vessel. Let's take the place of the body and the vessel. Now we become lazy and slothful and unaware because we go sitting in our car. Instead of, for example, when you ride a horse, you have to be emotionally capable because a horse will throw you off if you're like a psychotic person. But now a psycho, I mean, the car is robotic, so any psycho can go drive a car, right? And of course, man controls who drives the car because, the British law, which many men fought and died for to get rid of out of this country, says, okay, you have a license, and of course, they put your name in capital letters and that. So the car is part of the slavery, right? Because, God made the horse, and then man wants to make something better. Really? How is it better? How is a car better? You tell me. It destroys your own habitat. How is that better? One minute you have a place to live, next minute you're starving to death because you had a car. It's pretty stupid to me. I think I would have stuck with the horse that God created, right? And if you have communities instead of corporation jobs, then you wouldn't be traveling, you know, far away. So, how did they do it before? Well, there was a little town here, and the horse went, let's say, you know, 50 miles, another town. Then you switched horses and you went another 50 miles, went to this town. What's wrong with that? You can still travel. Takes a little bit longer, but you get to see nature. You get to see the beauty. You don't, what is a blacktop road? I mean, they put black to where the light, the energy, the human cavity resonance of Earth can't penetrate. It's it's a it's a satanic world is what you're building. The Tower of Babel, which is the car. Okay, so let's prove that you're a slave. All right. So because I see this word car, Johnny Carson, right? You see this all the time. So it's the Trinity, right? And the Trinity. So it's three and one, which is four. This is the cube of Rome. Because Rome built the car. This is why they're claiming the world of themselves. Because as they take you away from God and they have a car, they feel like, well, wait a minute, I created the car, it's mine. If you want to drive it, you got to go through me to do it. Well, if you want to ride a horse, then, God created the horse. You don't have to go through man to get a horse, right? How is a horse created? Well, it's created natural birth. You don't have to have a manufacturing plant, somebody constructing it, blah, blah, blah. All you need are shepherds of the horse. That's all you need. Pretty amazing thing, right? And then you feed the horse, and it takes a crap, and then you take that crap, and then you go grow your garden with it, and you've got great crops. Same thing with a cow. So it works in the perfect circle of life with mankind, right? So car in Gematria is the V. It's kind of like the DMV, the devil, the beast, and 22, which is 4. So 444 is what they're saying, which is 444 is their Trinity, right? 4, 8, 12 instead of the number 3 because you're skipping the 9. That's really what you're doing because their Trinity is P, B, and the devil. And the 9 is the truth, so you never get to the truth. So their Trinity is 444. I'm just telling you, that's what it is. 4, 8, 12. And of course, Y is you add the other 4 and you get the letter P, which is 16. Not a coincidence. So that's the Pope, the principal, the president, the prophets, the PhDs, the physicians, whatever. It's always The people who run the world are the P's, right? So let's talk about slavery. All right. So first of all, when they built a car, let's say whatever, you went directly to the plant, and the car was come out of the plant, and you waited for your car to come, and then you went and paid your, you know, you know, $500 or whatever for your Model T or whatever, 400, whatever it cost back then. But now they have to stop people from taking this used car from this person and selling it to another person. So they created dealerships. And now it goes from the manufacturing plant to the dealer so that they can have control and power over commerce. I know, I worked in auto finance, so I know exactly their power. And of course, these are thieves. They figure out ways of stealing from you, charging you phony interest, usury. They're just nothing but banks, which is Rome. And everyone that runs the car dealership really doesn't own it. They're called dealer principals, right? They don't really own it. Rome owns it. So you buy your car from Rome, the one that killed Jesus Christ, pretty much. And this guy serves Rome. And believe you me, if you ever go talk to these owners, they're scared to death of Rome. They're scared to death of the dealers and the franchises, which is Rome. I mean, it's the same thing. And of course, they all have special relationships with the police and, you know, evil around there. This Hollywood gets a free car, things like that. So with the car, you placed yourself in bondage. Now you have the internet, right? Which is the 10 backwards, right? Which is a Jew backwards, right? A wedge between you and God. That's kind of how you want to say it. So now they have 10 backwards, right? So the net, internet, network, TV, blah blah blah, whatever. Planet, right? You're fishing the net, right? You're either going to get caught or you're going to be free. Freemason. You're going to be an illuminary or you're going to be a walking brain dead zombie. Illuminati, right? So now, if somebody goes to the internet and tries to sell a car, the NSA, CIA, FBI is saying, oh, no, 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 you can't do commerce. So then now they're trying to control the net. No, you can't do commerce. It has to go through the dealer. And I've actually sold a motorcycle and had dealers. Well, you put the motorcycle online, you put it at a reasonable price, which is less than the dealer will sell it, right? And the dealer will call you up. I'll give you this. I want to buy it. And they'll say, no, I don't want to sell to a dealer. And then another guy will call you, but it's really the dealer. And then another guy, and then another guy, and another guy, and it's still the dealer. And they'll just get all their network of people to call you and harass you and stalk you. And then they'll take your ad and block it from the internet. They won't allow you to sell. So let's say you'd selling the motorcycle for $5,500 or whatever, and they're going to get $7,500 for it. And that's their profit between there and there. But they won't let you sell it for $5,500. They want the people to make sure they pay this. And they want to be able to collect the taxes, because that's what car dealers are now. They're just tax collectors, right? And of course, they take that tax money and they go make bombs and they kill people with it. So when you buy a new car, you're responsible for killing people. Now, when you buy from an individual, they're trying to control that through the 444 of the DMV, right? And they're trying to say, okay, you got to pay taxes on this car. So people lie and say, oh, I paid $1. Seriously. But they can actually sell the car 5 times and collect more taxes than the actual car's original value. 5 or 6 times. Can you believe that? And then twice the interest.